one other way that we can save people money is look at their credit card processing. It's not a major focus. It's not something that we are going out there and really pushing. It's just another subset of what we can offer. And we can offer restaurants I'm very knowledgeable in point of sale security and what you have to do to maintain a secure environment for taking credit cards. And so that's another area that we specialize in.
And that's important too, right? With the fees, the card fees
Yes.
that
Yes.
impact a small business.
Yes.
Anything you want to say there?
Be careful. I think without throwing every single credit card processor under the bus, be careful. Read your documentation. Know what you're really getting, because there's some different ways of doing business, I guess is probably the best way to put it. There's some different ways of doing business, and we have found a very honest and just a very professional group of people to work with, and it's been an honor that they have trusted us with their business. And it's a platform that at our 3 restaurants, including my parents' restaurants, so 4 restaurants, we have switched our processing over to them. And the credit card processing world is very difficult to understand. It's one that you learn every single day on it, but you have to understand it to make sure that you are getting the good rates and you are getting the best deal and you are not being taken to the cleaners. And it's difficult. And if restaurateurs or retailers don't do that, they are really, instantly affecting their bottom line.
What's the atmosphere like for a woman entrepreneur?
I think women are starting to do it. I think as women are, as they're, this day and time, women are becoming more secure in who they are, and they are more empowered than they ever have been. And not necessarily that we have to be equal with a man or anything else. I don't want to go down that whole road. But women need an avenue as well, and it's not just staying at home and taking care of the kids. I think most women may have that idea, but then once the kids get grown, they want to go out and do their own thing and have their little boutique or their salon or open a restaurant and have their own successes. And I think it's fantastic. I think it's something that I'm proud that I've done. I consider myself an entrepreneur. And it's something that, and I did it at a young age, and it's something that I love, and it's made me realize so much about myself. This whole process with dollars and cents has been very therapeutic for me, and a lot of insecurities that I have. So I think that's where women are starting. It's another avenue for them. It's a way for them to feel that they're giving their contribution, and I think that's needed, and I think it's great.
Do you think it's harder for women, or as hard as anything else in the business?
I think it's just. I'm not going to say so. I think it just depends on your drive and depends on your expectations. I personally don't think that it is. You have to be knowledgeable, and you can't just go in there blindsided or blinded and expect that, because I'm a woman, everything's going to be given to me. You have to fight for it. I think one area that situation that happened today, one area that I struggle with is, maybe being a little bit too submissive when I need to be a little bit more aggressive. And it's something that I'm learning, and maybe that's because of our nature and our nurturing nature. Maybe that's where women maybe fail a little bit. I don't want to say fail, that's maybe a bad term, but where we're lacking a little bit. But it's a learning process. You get burned so many times and you're going to come back fighting. And so I think it's all just learning process. I would not say that it's any more difficult than anything else if you have the determination and you have the drive to do so.
Yeah, and this is stuff maybe you could tell women that would come to Dollars and Cents looking for some advice.
Yeah, definitely. It's being in restaurants. Being in the restaurant industry, it is a male-dominant world. It was funny. We did a food show down in Biloxi, and Liz looked around. She's never been to a food show. I've been to several, and she looked around and she goes, "It's amazing, all the men." I mean, it was probably 10 to 1, male to female.
That's probably a misconception because you have Paula Dean and Rachel Ray, and you see people on TV, but you don't necessarily think about your local restaurants.
Right.
And
Well,
right,
and it's your
probably-
purveyors and it's your suppliers that it's a very male dominant industry.